He who commits injustice is ever made more wretched than he who suffers it. Today, we are living in a world that is filled with pain, suffering, and most importantly, pure injustice. But we don't have to, because the law of our country is such that it gives us the opportunity to fight for ourselves and to fight against injustice. Let us study more about this topic for this session and this cause, and that is judiciary. Every day, our newspapers are filled with headlines and articles, and most of them are centered on a case or an issue. But have you noticed one thing? Most of these issues, whether it is a civil or a criminal case, can be resolved by an important legal body, and that our Indian judiciary system. I need to ask you, why do we need courts? Just like every match needs a referee, every competition requires a judge, every country also requires a strong judiciary system. It is not just to ensure that the law is being followed, but to also pronounce a judgment in those cases where it has not been followed. Since every action has a consequence, a judiciary system acts like the consequence to every wrong action that is done or that occurs in our country. This being said, let us look at the role of the judiciary. Now, we know that courts have to decide on a lot of issues. They do not only decide on what the citizen can or can't do, but they also pronounce a sentence to those who are found guilty. Basically, they can decide how a child should be treated in school, how the water of a river should be shared between the states. They can punish people for particular crimes. Let's find out more about this, shall we? It's getting interesting. The first being that of dispute resolution. So the judicial system is a mechanism for resolving these disputes in three different scenarios. The first one is between citizens. The second is between citizens and the government. And the third is between two state governments and between the center and the state government. Now, this is the most basic function of the judiciary system. But apart from this, it has other functions as well. It is also responsible for the judicial review. Now, what does a judicial review mean? The judicial system is the final interpreter of the Constitution. It can strike down those laws that are passed by the Parliament if it believes that they violate the basic structure of the Constitution. This is called judicial review. It has to uphold the law and enforce the fundamental rights of the citizens. Every citizen of India can approach the Supreme Court or the High Court if they feel that their fundamental rights have been violated. Now, one key feature of the Indian judiciary system is that it is independent. This means that the judges are free to make decisions or pass judgment without any pressure from the government or other powerful entities. The Constitution did the best thing by giving us an independent judiciary system. Now, this is done mainly to separate the powers. Basically, what this means is that other branches of the government, which are the legislature and the executive, cannot interfere with the work of the judiciary. The courts are not under the government and do not act on their behalf. For this system to work well, it is also crucial that all judges in the High Court as well as the Supreme Court are appointed without any interference from government bodies. Also, it is very difficult to remove a judge once he is appointed. It is because the judiciary system is an independent body by itself and that the courts are able to function properly. Also, this ensures that there is no misuse of power by the legislature and the executive. It also plays a crucial role in protecting the fundamental rights that we have as citizens. It provides every citizen with the right to approach the courts if they feel that their rights have been violated. The people who had written our Constitution had a beautiful vision. And that is why they were able to envision a system of courts with an independent judiciary. Tutormate. For more amazing video lectures, download the free app on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store.